We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here? We have arrived.
Hoi, friend! Have any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another talk. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, 'twas a revelation. For it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
Indeed, you are correct.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to the...
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to... If I learn anything of import, you will be...
Gather round. Treat your ears to a... Aye, got some coin to spare you? What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Aye, got some... Much appreciated. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Oh, I can't complain, really.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached. A night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe.
Oh, I can't complain, really.
Gather round. treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth. Much appreciated. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale.
Say, have you been to Harv? 'Tis a quaint little village down by the sea. Well, if you do visit, you might want to give the old man who lives there a wide berth. I hear he sets out to sea on his boat, day after day, only to be returned to shore by the bride again and again. As if that wasn't queer enough, he's apt to talk your ear off about some world he believes lies beyond the sea. I cannot fathom his obsession. I suppose losing his family must have driven him to madness.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
With voice loudly drawn, and in an instant, the giant rose. Aye, in the face of his valour, the gigantus did pale. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Burton, which lives on to this day.
Now, this is a place to forget one's troubles. Living hard, but doing the truth. I know every face here. Now, this is a place to forget one's troubles.
I swear I
Oh, good to see everyone. What's going on this new
A tad rowdy, but I can't complain.
Start dusting. I've little else to do.
Living
Well
hard,
met,
but
sir.
doing the free, I say.
Suppose I'd best get to work. Time to be heading home.
By your leave, Arisen.
Suppose I'd best earn my keep.
should I do?
Got to sell off what I can while I'm in
I
town.
don't know. What to do?
Body aches. And I've only just begun.
I'm dead on my feet. Maybe I'll get right here.
No one's coming to my rescue, as I well know.
Got to get home. I can't stay here.
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
There's got to be something fun to do.
Life's been pretty kind to me. Will take a better mind than mine to solve this.
I'd best head home.
Never should have come here.
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
I don't like it here. I want to go home.
I've taken a wrong turn. Suppose I'll start dusting.
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be topped off. Them nobles do nothing but guzzle sweet
Mayhap I
meats
will
and
be
ale.
getting home.
It smells good, at least. That's a start.
Anything's better
Must
than
have
this,
taken a wrong turn.
even a grave.
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
I pity those content to live in idleness.
Look at it.
Suppose I can finish it
I
tomorrow.
always thought a short straw.
Time to be heading home.
Suppose I'd best be heading home.
Can't
Dead
remember
on
the
my
last time my
feet.
pockets jingled.
Maybe I'll get right here.
I dare not showcase a performance unperfected.
Not my kind of place, this.
Humility is here.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city, I have yet to meet him.
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
Interested in my wares?
Times are hard.
Ain't nothing but
A
trouble.
few hours.
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Go on, have a look.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I can't stand the sight of you. Go away.
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Interested in my wares?
Said to my
Let me get that.
Just remember, I've somewhere to be.
I ought have enough for a fugitive.
Best be heading home.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Boots lace, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol. I'm in it now.
Ho there. How have you fared? Would you lend your ear to my request? You have my gratitude.
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Feeling rested, I trust. There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
A fighter with sword and shield in hand is what I envision when I think of a leader.
I suppose magically inclined vocations inspire a different sort of awe.
Indeed.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road? Despite the hour. You know where to find me.
Pray. Allow me to open yon chest.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads? Despite the hour? Much obliged. Place to ponder the higher mysteries.
Not much going on.
It seems you must attend a palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. Shall we make for Vern... with Palace? I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
We're here, and none the worse for wear. It seems we must part ways for the time being.
Got to focus. My head will roll if water goes on. This place is the town's beating heart. Would that all my days...
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
A lonely place.
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen. You'd think he's feeling plenty merry by now.
Best mind that tongue for you.
So, tell me more.
I'm frightfully busy. No time for idle chatter.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
Now this is a conundrum.
Might as well make...
I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
Pray, leave me be, sir.
All I can do for you?
Just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and ruins have been more trouble than I foresaw.
We're the best there is, and that's that.
Best to remain sober. Much to be done on the morrow.
Naught but tedious talk of golden government.
I shan't let anything spoil my evening.
Have you heard? Surely these extravagances cannot continue.
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
It is good to see people in such high spirits. Oh, wait for your witness to come. Places such as this depend upon my vigilance.
A lonely place, but not without its charms.
I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
How to proceed?
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
Best to remain sober. Much to be done on the morrow.
Twould seem our sovereign has recovered enough to walk. Word reached my ear that he would be attending, though I've yet to spy him.
You were posted in front of the passage.
No doubt he must first
time.
meet with the Queen Regent.
Next time, don't leave them in front of the door. I had a hell of a time ripping the damn thing open.
Beg your pardon? I'll be mindful of that from now on.
No time to talk, I'm afraid. I'm a busy man.
Naught but tedious talk of golden governance.
Townspeople and community.
Such a quietude is a blessing. My sword up.
All this merrymaking is a joy to behold.
I find dressing.
Another ale can't make my...
We're the best there is, and that's that.
Another ale can't make my dancing any...
I drank such drink that I am drunk.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle. Very possible.
Nice place, this. I mean,
Pray, leave me be, sir.
they're the same. Tired faces in the city.
I'm just grateful.
Surely these extravagances cannot continue.
fine dress.
Ought to be said for peace and quiet. What is the
Mayhap I'll have someone fetch me a cup of tea.
Boots laced, strapped. I'm ready.
It's on me to
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
Weren't you listening? I told you to get lost.
Have you business in Batal? Then you...
Such quiet blessing. Oh, the force goes on.
like this.
I'd kip just about anywhere.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour what you like.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playgrounds? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on then, keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget,
These celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters?
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phaesus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
This place is very dreary. All this walking's made my legs ache every right.
Off to market I go. I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Could have sworn I ought to attend.
The sky always puts me in.
Ivanhoe.
It's delightful. This place is very dreary. Does the wind blow my fur every which way?
I'll go on an adventure of my own.
A place to soothe the spirit, yes.
Can't remember the last time I had a
Feel deary with no one.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Living's hard, but dreams are free.
Got to press on. There's much needs doing.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
We've arrived, just as planned.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
Jesus. Well, there's a name to remember.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen a place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say. Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected. He was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured him before matters escalated. As to how he learned your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this. 'Tis the least I can offer for your Majesty's assistance.
So the agent was of...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Well, well. He is merely Deeza's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So, the full sovereign, Queen Regent Deeza, and this Phasers fellow are all working together. Quite the sordid trio, eh?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If Your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise Your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I have no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
That thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. A place with books likely to entice Kendrick of the Gracious Hand. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
Hell is. Vermund was once a beast-ring kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed, though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Oh, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Anything's better than... Even the grave.
Want to try to enjoy life where and when I can. How am I describing death? It is me that come to see really.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a...
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something untoward, eh?
Made my legs ache with fright.
As long as you think it.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Why me? Flattering all things.
Such quietude and blessing.
I don't know what to do.
Alms for the poor. Pray grant them. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble... You can afford perpetual generosity.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
This is generally used as a material.
How dare you?
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information.
Tis as you say.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself.
We may benefit from pursuing the information. Methinks I know the general destination.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
True faith must come from the spirit. Wickedness has no hold.
I ought to be getting home.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard, anyhow. Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the crown.
Sometimes this is the only
I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered. Maybe he was hoping to find something shiny among the rubble. Wonder if he found anything good.
a few skulls.
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Well, I ne'er.
Interested in my wares? I pity those content to live in idleness.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I beg a moment of your time.
Have you need of me?
Oi, keep your distance.
Heavens have forsaken us. All is
Nothing's harder than living in
I should prefer you doing
Humility's
A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
What else needs doing?
Over here. If you would.